What do you want out of life? What do you truly desire every morning you wake up? Do you even desire something? Or are you settling for what everybody else wants you to be? Are you being the person that other people tell you to be? Or are you being the person that you want to be? Are you truly happy every morning you wake up? When you wake up, are you excited to get out of bed? If you're not living life to the fullest. You don't have any real goals in life. If every day you're not grateful for the opportunity to wake up and work towards your goal, or to work on the process of attracting your goal. If you're living somebody else's dream life, or if you're not their dream life, if you're living your life the way somebody else tells you to live it, you're not living, you're following, you're just there. You're not truly alive. Living is when you take the pen of your book and you start writing your own story, not the story that your mom wants you to write, not the story that your dad wants you to write, not the story that your friends and family want you to write. Be the person that you want to be, not the person other people tell you to be. That's gonna be so good for TikTok. You can't truly be happy in life if you're not going after something, if you don't have a desire, if you don't work closer to that desire every day. After people retire, they die. It's like an estimated thing. 5 years after the average person retires, they end up passing away. Why? Because they don't feel that desire. They don't really feel that purpose. But a lot of people who are retiring, their purpose was making another man's dream a reality. They were losing sleep over making someone else's dream a reality. They were feeling bad about themselves. Their stress was for another man to achieve his dream or a woman to achieve their dream. They weren't stressed or working that job to get to where they want to be. They were working that job to survive and make someone else's dream a reality. I know I said that a lot of times, but don't lose sleep to make another man's dream a reality. Lose sleep to make your dream a reality. Spend your time wisely. Do what you know you have to do to get to where you want to be in life. Focus on the process. You know what you want. You know what to do. Forget about you want now. Focus on the process. Be one with the process. Wake up every morning for the process. Desire the process. The process has to be one with you for you to achieve what you want through that process. If you're only thinking about the outcome, you're not going to get there. If all you're thinking about is survival, you're going to settle for less. You're not going to be happy. You're only going to enjoy those few hours a day that you get to spend with your family. But you're going to be tired after work. Your days off, yeah, you're going to have fun. You might enjoy it, but you'd enjoy it way more if you had 10 times the amount of money you had. And you may say money's not everything, but money is truly one of the leading factors to happiness, and here's why. Money buys freedom. Money buys you the ability to do whatever you want. If you have money, you can get to your destination 10 times faster. You want to travel to a different country, you're in there in 2 hours. Maybe less, maybe more than 2 hours. I don't know how long it takes to get on a private jet. But the point is, anybody who says money doesn't buy happiness, they're right, but it buys freedom, and freedom equals happiness. So you need money to be happy. You could still be happy without it, but you'd be 10 times happier if you had millions, if not billions of dollars. You really have to know what you want, and you have to just know that you can get it no matter what happens. Never settle for less. Only stick to what you want in life. Don't live a life that other people are telling you to live. Don't work for that employer for the rest of your life. Use that job as a tool to get to where you want to be. Use that job, save up that money, and start that business that you want to start. Don't settle for less. Don't submit to someone else's dream. Submit to your dream. Be one with your dream. Because your dream isn't just a dream, it's your reality. You just have to make it your reality. It's your reality in here. And once that happens, it's going to become your reality out here, but you have to be one with the process. A desire doesn't mean anything without action. Action is the #1 factor to success. Anybody who made money had to take an action. Even if it comes to buying a lottery ticket, they took action. They bought that ticket. They got out of bed that morning. They spent their money that they worked for and they bought that ticket and they won the lottery. It might not be the best way, but they still took an action to get a nice result that they wanted. If you want to start a successful business, start the business. Don't work a job for somebody else and make their dream possible. Work that job, get your money, live a really cheap life until you save up enough money to open that business. And when that business is successful, boom, you have all that money now. You're living your dream life. You have your dream business, and you could keep growing from there. You keep getting better. After you achieve one goal, you make another, and you just keep climbing up the ladder. A lot of people settle for their first goal, and then they end up staying in the same place. That's why you see people who make their first million, and then they just stay in that same house for the rest of their life. You don't want to be like that. You want to continue growing, because without growth, there's no excitement in life. There's no excitement if you're not changing in some way, whether that's having kids, if it's finding a woman that you love, or finding a man, depending on what you like. Growth is the number one factor to happiness. Money helps you grow. So do what you can to make money. If you're a man and you have money, it's gonna be 10 times easier to find a woman. Not because they're a gold digger, but because a smart woman is gonna want a man who's stable. Is gonna want a man who could take care of them, who could eventually take care of their family. A woman isn't gonna want an irresponsible guy who just doesn't care about life, doesn't care about the woman, and doesn't treat her good. Maybe a immature girl will want that, but not a real woman, not a real respectful lady who cares about herself and truly loves herself. And same with the man. He's not gonna want a woman who's lazy and doesn't do anything all day. Man or woman, you should still have the desire to achieve your goal. I don't care what anybody tells you. Anybody, any gender, any race can achieve anything they want. So don't settle for society's norms. Settle for your own norms. Make your own morals and live your life, not somebody else's. Live through your own belief system, not somebody else's belief system. Because at the end of the day, you're all you have, not those people. Those people aren't going to be there throughout your whole life. Most likely they're not. Those people are going to be there 24/7. They're going to forget about you when you die. So why would you live the dream that they want you to live? Why would you live the life that they want you to live? Why don't you live your life? Why don't you achieve what you want? So they remember for the rest of your life that they once knew you. They once knew you, and they were telling you to not follow your dream. They were telling you to settle for less, but you didn't listen. You did what you wanted because you knew that you could. They didn't know they could, and they settled for less. But once you achieved what you wanted, that inspired them. And then they started chasing what they wanted, and they eventually became better, and it was all thanks to your inspiration. You taking action will inspire the people around you. They'll start taking action. My weight loss inspires a lot of people. A lot of my friends, they ask me for weight loss advice, and I always help them because I love helping people. My family asks for weight loss advice, and I love helping them. I'm living my desires. People were telling me, oh, you're not fat, you don't have to keep losing weight. But I didn't listen, and now I'm extremely shredded. I'm like 11% body fat at 18 years old. And I want to be a day trader. I love day trading. I'm so good at it, and I built that skill since I was 15. You don't think my parents are telling me, oh, do this, do that. My dad wanted me to go to barber school and get into the hair industry like him and my brother. My mom, she wanted me to be a lawyer. My stepdad, he supports my trading, to be honest. They all support it, but they all wanted these things for me that were different. But me, I'm doing what I want. I'm achieving my desire. I'm attracting my desire because I'm focused on the process. I'm not gonna live someone else's dream. I'm gonna live my dream. I'm gonna be living their dream lifestyle. I'm gonna be living what they never could achieve. And hopefully that inspires them to achieve it, because I don't want to be up here and leave people down here. I want to be up here, and as they see that, then they start eventually going. But I'm always going to move way faster. I'm always going to achieve way more, because I don't let other people's words dictate my actions. I don't let other people's actions dictate my actions. I do what I want. I don't care who stays in my life. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to achieve what I want, because I know it already belongs to me. I know my value. These people don't dictate how much I'm worth. My actions do. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes to take the actions that show my true value. Because if I know it, everybody else is gonna see it. I already know it's mine. And that's exactly how you should be. Never settle for less. Only live the life that you want to live. And we'll call it a wrap. I'll see y'all in the next video.